My daughter Sarah had a stroke in December of 2012. She was driving with her two little girls in a car and realized something was wrong and pulled over and called 911.
After the stroke, for 30 days she was in ICU, and at first, in the first week or so, she was near death. In fact, the doctors told us to call the family in, that she was not going to make it.
There was a 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and this was just not the mother that they remembered. And it was very hard for Sarah. In her heart, she just wanted to grab them and love them and kiss them, and they would back off a little.
Yeah, after the stroke, she lost her ability to talk. I think they call it aphasia. She couldn't write. She couldn't do anything other than make signs with her thumb, either up for yes or down for no.
My father, George McGinn, had a stroke just after Father's Day, 2012. Basically, he had suffered a massive hemorrhagic stroke, which is fairly uncommon. Hemorrhagic strokes, about 10% of strokes happen that way. He has a vision issue where basically from about a quarter of the way on his left-hand side, everything to the left, he can't see. I mean, and that's something that if you could imagine walking around with an eye patch on and trying to live your life that way, and your brain thinks you're seeing the whole thing. The biggest challenges we had when we were getting treatment for my dad was the insurance companies and the caps that they have on rehab facilities and treatment.
They only allow so many visits for therapies, and we're about at the end of that.
The insurance system in the United States is lacking. Unless you've had someone that's had a stroke, you really don't understand what kind of care they need and how long that care is going to take.
Austin Speech Lab's goal is to provide affordable, intensive speech-language therapy to stroke survivors so they can receive this kind of therapy for as long as they need it. We offer several programs here, one being boot camp session. And in the boot camp session, clients receive individual, computer, and group therapy. During individual, they get that personal attention to work on their specific goals, like word finding or naming or generating sentences. And then in the group, they use those skills that they learn in individual to practice with other stroke survivors. It helps them socialize, it helps them interact with others.
His ability to read has gone up exponentially just by them working with him to see that full page, working on his left side neglect, and understanding his individual needs.
The computer time gives them that 1 hour where they're still training those brain areas without talking. And they work on language skills, they work on math, memory, problem solving. We also offer reading program and writing program. They are intensive. They work on reading letters to single words to sentences, and finally read books. So we have a book club we offer as well.
She is beginning to talk a lot more here in the lab, where she goes through her therapies. It's amazing to sit in there, and she can finish sentences. She can write a little.
We offer teletherapy to clients that have difficulty coming into our office due to mobility issues.
The volunteer program is an essential part of our organization. We have both graduate and undergraduate student clinicians that donate anywhere from 3 to 9 hours a week of their time for a semester. And it's a great opportunity for them to get the clinical experience that they need, and it allows our clients to get that one-on-one attention.
Not only do I get to come to work and work towards my degree, but I also get to interact with our clients and help them reach a common goal.
The relationships that I've made with all these clients has been amazing, and they make me laugh and they make me cry every day. But I go home and, you know, I know that I put a smile on their face and I made somewhat of a difference.
One client came from Laredo to get these services. Now he inspired us to start a center in Laredo, and he's heading that center up.
7 years ago, my husband had his stroke, and we're from Laredo, and there was really nothing affordable speech-wise for him. He traveled to Austin for 5 years to ASL, and our inspiration was to try to bring those services to the Laredo community and other stroke survivors.
The thing that I would tell Austin Speech Labs is thank you. They have brought my dad back to us.
She would not be able to speak. We would not have an avenue for therapy were it not for Austin Speech Lab. I would not know how to relate to her the way I do now if not for Austin Speech Lab.
Thank you, Speech Labs. I will not give up.